Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am back. And you're probably like, girl, what the hell do you have going on your lips? And I'm like, hold up. First of all, it took me about 3 tries to actually say that without biting my tongue. And second of all, it's the theme of the video. Come on. So, by now you are aware of this cremated palette that was released by Jeffree Cosmetics. Yeah, it's too soon. It's really too soon. But alas, do you expect any different from Mr. Jeffree? Really? No. It's his thing. It's his aesthetic. It's just what he does. And to be fair, the palette name was trademarked last year before this whole thing that we are going through globally. Is it kind of poor timing? Yes. Is it a little bit tacky and distasteful? Yes. Is it Jeffree Star? Yes. This is what he does, okay? This has always been his shtick. It's always been about the performance and the shock value that he can bring from his appearance and from his products. So I am not surprised at the collection at all. And the palette itself, I was actually not 100% like, ew, what the hell is this collection? I do think it could have been done a little bit differently. I think the palette could have been less monotone and it could have added a little spunk to it. So I thought to myself, what would I have done differently? How would I build my eyeshadow palette off the general theme of ash and gray and cement and poof and smoke and all that stuff? And that's exactly what I'm doing for you in this video. I pulled out my single eyeshadows. I'm going with the gray theme and I am gonna create my own color story. And it was fun, okay? A lot went into it. Like, I spent a couple of hours going through my singles and picking shades and swatching and deciding what to put in my palette. And I think I came up with something pretty fun. So I'm gonna share that with you guys. We're gonna go through the selection process, my thought process, how I thought things through, like how was I picking the shades, what was I picking, like, woo, it was fun, guys. And we're gonna call mine Stone and Marble. I think that, right? Instead of calling it Cremated, because it's a little tacky, not gonna lie. We can call it Stone and Marble. We can even call it Cement. Right? So let's go ahead and go through the process with me, building my palette. I'm even going to show you color combinations because I wanted to show you how I envisioned working this palette into looks. So if you're excited to see what I do with this theme, then stay tuned and I will talk to you soon. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and dive in. I have a lot of my single eyeshadows laid out here. So I have various different brands. So I have Nabla, Cozzette, Makeup Forever, of Inglot, Give Me Glow, Sydney, Grace. It's a lot. So what I'm gonna do to make this a little bit easier for me is to go through each of the palettes and pick out shades that fit the color story or the theme that we're going for. And then we'll go through those shades specifically and dwindle them down into a palette that serves our needs, what we're looking for, what we're trying to do. So alright, I'm gonna go through them one by one. So let's start with Cozzette. So we're going for a gray, murky, black, silver tone theme, right? So let's just start grabbing. So from Cozzette, let's go. Then we have my Nabla singles. I realized I'm missing a couple from the Cozzette palette. We need white. Then we have these singles from Unearthed Cosmetics. There's some good ones here. These are my Unearthed Cosmetics singles. I think we're gonna skip the mattes and do some of the shimmers. So let's check these out. Alright, so here I have some of my Makeup Forever singles. These are the newer formulations. So I'm gonna start with this first. If need be, I can grab from the older collection as well, and we'll see if we have shades that still exist, so I'm not just using discontinued shades. Then we have my singles from Inglot. Again, these are the newer formulations, so I'm pulling shades that are currently in their collection. This is another palette of Inglot. Alright, I want to pull in some shimmers, so I'm grabbing my Give Me Glow shimmer shades. Alright, I think that's good. Here's some of the mattes, which I think they have some great like grayish tones in here. So let's see which ones we want to grab. We have more Give Me Glow here. Maybe we can grab some deeper, darker colors and maybe some colors to mix in. Alright, so these are my older Makeup Forever singles. Let's see if there's any we want here. Alright, we have a ton of shades here to start with, and I feel like if I keep just grabbing palettes, I'm gonna keep adding to this pile and we'll never get anywhere. So what I'm gonna do is start out with these shades, weed through them, and then if I feel like I'm missing a shade, we'll grab for the other singles. Alright, so we're gonna start out slow. So I'm gonna look at the blacks and select which ones we're gonna use. So we have these, let's see. Oh my god, that's a rich, smooth black. This one is a little stiffer, a little bit drier. Okay, so we're gonna do away with that one. Alright, so this one seems to be more of a charcoal than a full-on matte black. Do you want to keep this as like an option for a non-black shade? Because it looks like a deep gray up against the jet black, right? Alright, let's keep that as an option for now. I'm definitely keeping the satin matte. Okay, so we have 3 blacks that we're gonna keep for now. Okay. All right, next we need a white. So let's see what we have here. So we have 2 matte whites, and I think I'm gonna definitely keep a matte white. Whoa, that does not look white. This one isn't swatching the best, so I think we're gonna go with the Cozzette one. Looks a lot more promising. We'll keep the Cozzette. And then we have 3 shimmery whites here, and I kind of want to keep a ooh, okay, the Give Me Glow one is amazing. Like once I swatched that one, that's the one I wanted to keep. But the Cozzette one, let's see. The Cozzette one is definitely more subdued, but do we want like a bright white or do we want a buildable white? And then this is like a topper shade. I'm questioning this right now because if we do a silver, then this white is gonna be too intense. But then, you know what? I'm gonna keep the bright white, and then we're gonna have a standby on the topper white. All right, now we need to think silver. So I feel like I want to keep a metallic foiled silver. So like a really, look at this, like a foil. I think I want to make it interesting and not just make it a flat matte palette. I want to have it, yeah, have it with a little silver, and that silver is intense. So we're gonna keep that. And then the other silvery shades, let's look at those. All right, let's see. These blues, I want to incorporate a blue theme too, because we're gonna have cool tone looks, like a cool tone silver look. That light blue is pretty, and then we have this blue. Okay, that looks a little bit more interesting. What goes more with silver? Let's try this. Let's see. So, okay, so this one is a little bit too dull and boring, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. I think I want to keep this blue around because it's interesting, but let's look at these other tones. I really like this shade from Makeup Forever. It's a really creamy Slick shade. I really do want to keep that one. Let's see this other one. So this one is almost like the same shade, only more silver. Ooh, okay. I think I want to keep this one. Should I get rid of the blue? No, I want to keep the blue. Yeah, I'm gonna keep those two. Get rid of this one. And then let's see this here. This is a beautiful like warm tone silver. Kind of like that idea. And then we have a blue tone silver here. I love this one as well. Okay, I'm keeping way too much, but we're gonna dwindle this down soon. That goes, which one was that one? I don't even remember. Oh my god. All right, I think I gotta just start over here and swatch these shades next to each other. So here's this warm silver that I definitely think I'm keeping. Then we have this shade that I want to keep as well because it's more satin, not matte. I like that. So I want to keep these two. And then we have the blue tone silver. That's really nice and silky. It's not frosty, and I want to make sure I have some in-between shades. Then we have this darker steel gray that I think goes well with that. I think so far like these shades go together, and we want to make sure we have pairing colors or complementary colors in the palette. And then that blue goes with it too. All right, let's see what this has in store. That's also a good one. Oh crap, I'm having a hard time. All right, we can probably get rid of this tone. Okay, so it's definitely between this shade and then where's that other gray shade? This one. So it's these two. Let's try them together. Which one do you guys think? You're not here to tell me, but one is more silver and then one is more like a steel gray. I feel like we should go with the deeper shade, the deeper silver, because we don't want it to be too reflective, right? And then we have this deeper, ooh, this one is a dark gray too. Okay, so we can do away with that one as well. Then we have this shade, which is like a topper shade. Okay, so that doesn't really complement the rest of the shades. It's more of a bronze. And then we have that white topper instead. Get rid of this. All right, so we're gonna leave those for now and then get into some of these matte grays because we can definitely weed these out quickly, I think. I don't know, because the process is interesting right now. Like building my own palette, this is so fun. All right, so let's swatch these. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice blue base gray. All right, so those look similar. Let's go here, check this out. Okay, that seems to be, I love that one. Okay, I definitely love that one. What is this? This is more of a brown though. Okay, so do we want to keep a brown? Yeah, well, I think we definitely want to keep a brown. Wow, okay, these look very interesting. Like you see the different tones, right? Let's keep going. I don't like that one. I don't like that one either. All right, so here we are down to these. I want to keep the different types of gray. So I want this purple gray. I want this greenish brown gray. I want this one as well. And then it's between these two. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep that one. All right, what else do we have here? Let's gather the troops. All right, I wanna have a purple, right? So I wanna have like a grapey purple to go with cool tone looks because it will help to balance out the grays. But I want one that's gonna mesh with the rest of the shades. Okay, this one, nope. And let's try this. Nope. The shades from Inglot are applying really dry, so I'm just like really skipping those a lot. I don't know if this deep red is gonna work with this palette. I was thinking you could mix in like a deep burgundy and it would blend with the other shades, but I just don't think that's gonna work. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna keep this, let's see, is it really dark? Yeah. It's a good dark shade, so I'm gonna keep that one. And then I kind of want to keep this one too, but maybe that's too much. Like we can't keep both of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep the other one. All right, guys, if I feel like things are happening, like we're getting down to it. So I need in-between shades. So we have these lighter shades that I picked out. Let's swatcheroo these and see. I think I want to keep this one for sure though. It's so good. Yeah, this is a nice one. I feel like I want to keep that. Let's see what this one's about. Ooh, that's a good one too, like a good medium gray. Ooh, all right. Let's see this one from Lethal. That might be a good. All right, so I prefer the Lethal one over this one. So we're down to these. Let's see this little purple one. I kind of want to keep to have like a purple option. Here you can see what I'm looking at, right? I'm gonna zoom in a bit so we can really get down to the nitty gritty. But for now, I'm like weeding out the shades I don't want. All right, I like those three so far. Let me see this medium tone as well. Okay, so that one kind of looks very similar to this one. So we can get rid of that. All right, pull this one in. Ooh, that's a good one. I think I want to keep that one for sure. Oh, and that's a good one. Okay, so we're definitely gonna keep those. All right, what other mattes do we have? Let me look at this one. All right, that's like an in-between shade. Ooh, all right, let me see this darker shade too. All right, let me see. Okay, this shade. And then the purple. Do I want to keep the purple? Yeah, I'm going to keep the purple so I can get rid of that. All right, so we're going to keep those so far. All right, I got some other mattes to go through here. Then we have the colorful ones. I'm going to put the colorful ones over here. All right, let me see here. Ooh, this feels so good. That's a good little grapey purple, but I thought this one looked like that. Oh, okay, so these are similar shades. Which one do I prefer? I feel like the Nabla one feels better, so I'm gonna keep that. All right, these medium tones. We have some medium tones already, so we don't necessarily need it. Okay, I can get rid of that Cozzette one. The Cozzette ones aren't saving themselves. Okay, we can get rid of that one too. This one is like a green one, which I want to have a green. Let's see the greens then. So here are the greens for us. Okay, so this green is out. It's too light, too grassy. We want like a gray tone green. This one is definitely in the run-in. And maybe this one. How does that look up against like a gray, a light gray? No, I'm gonna get rid of that green, get rid of this green, and keep that green. All right, for the colors, I definitely want to do this purple. I want to keep this purple because it's like a pop of color and it's very potent. So I'm gonna keep that one, and I kind of want to keep this teal one too. These are gonna be my pops. Because I feel like they go, let's see if they go with grays. Don't they? Yeah, they definitely go with each other, and then they go with the gray. Yeah, I feel like that does work. So I'm going to keep those. And then this purple is like an in-between purple, like a dusty purple. Or do we want to do this purple? Because this one is darker than it looks in the pan. I think I want to do this one. It's more gray tone. Then let's look at this guy. Yeah, I want to keep that one too. And then these lighter shades, these shimmery shades, that I really want to do this one because it has like a shift, a duochrome shift, like a purple gray. I want to keep that one. That one is just a little bit too on the golden side, so we're going to get rid of that. This one, yeah, that one's an interesting duochrome too. And then these three shades, let's see what these bring to the table. All right, we have enough of these silvery tones. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep those two. All right, now let's look at what we have left. Here are are the set of shades that we have narrowed down so far. There are 33 shades here, so we don't want to keep 33 at all. I'm trying to go for between 15 and 20. So let's try to thin this down even more. This is gonna be tricky. All right, so what can we definitely not live without? So we definitely need the black, and we definitely need the matte white. And then I'm definitely gonna keep my pop of color, so I'm gonna keep the purple. And I think I definitely want to keep the teal as well, because I want there to be some interest in this palette. Like, it has to be sexy and intriguing and pull you in. And with that being said, I kind of want to also keep that green. So we have 5 already that we want to keep. I want to keep these 2 grays because we have like a cool tone gray and then more of a warm tone gray. We have this other gray here that's more of a purpley undertone. So we have cool, warm, purple. And actually this looks more neutral now when I pop this one in. So we have a neutral one, a warm tone one, and then a cool tone one. That I kind of want to keep going, but then I need transition shades because these are all dark so far, right? And I need to keep something to blend in the crease. So I kind of want to keep these 2. Right, and this one. All right, so let me just go through and group and then come back. All right, let's try this again. So we're definitely keeping the matte white. Boom. We're definitely keeping the matte black, and I want to keep this white, the shimmery white as well, just to give it some dimension. We want the pops of color, so the purple and the blue. Let's keep in mind this green because I think this green looks very similar to this hair, and we can probably do without one of those. Then I have this deeper bronze. I'm thinking we can probably get rid of this one too, even though it's like my deepest shimmer. I'm feeling like, all right, let's weed these out because I feel like these go nicely together, like as a trio. And then these go together right here. Let's try that. Let's group them in trios. So we have these that I like together. Actually, like these together. I'm gonna get rid of this shade. This one was that one was just an option. So all right, let's get rid of that. Then do we want to keep the dark charcoal anymore? I think we can get rid of the charcoal one. I kind of want to keep the satin black around, and I kind of want to keep the silver. But is this silver too intense, like compared against this? All right, let's settle down. These go together. These 2 shades look very similar, and I can probably do one or the other. So this one is definitely like a smooth color with a little bit of a pinky purple duochrome to that gray, like it's a light gray. And then this one, oh, see, this one is more like a warm gray, right? If I do this one, can I get rid of the silver? Because the silver is intense, and we can substitute that one for the silver. That silver is so hot, I don't want to get rid of it, but let's see what the white looks like next to that. Can we do either or, like the silver or the white? These 2 look similar, so maybe I can get rid of one of them. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. It's not calling to me right now, so I think I can get rid of that one. And let me swatch this purple because I don't know if we need all of these. Okay, so there we go. So we have this purple tone, then this, so this and this, and I feel like those go together. Okay, keep those for now. Then we have this duochrome that we probably can get rid of too. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that one too. I'm still with the white and the silver though. Like, I feel like that white is so good. Let's see this topper. Do I want to keep the topper? I kind of want to keep the topper because it's so interesting. And then the silver or the white. The silver or the white. Oh my god. How would I use this topper? Let's see if I really want to keep the topper, because what would I do with it in the palette? Ooh, see, that gives such a beautiful look. Maybe I can use the topper to do away with the silver, because then we have that, and the silver may be just too stark for people to wear, and then the white I can mix with other shades to lighten up. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of the foil silver. I know I'm gonna put that way over here just as an option. We're gonna put it over there because I'm still like, I still want to have it, but I feel like with the white I can mix it with one of these grays to get a silver, you know what I mean? So we can do without that. And then speaking of the silvers, let's look at the combinations here. My hands are so messy. Oh my god. So we have this blue. That's a sexy blue. We have this purpley gray. That's pretty. This steel shade, which is deeper. And then this shade here, which, yeah, that one is more of a silver. So it's almost like I have my silvers covered with these three shades. So I almost want to just, okay, so those are my shimmers. All right. All right. Here we go. How much are we down to? We have 28. So we still gotta go. Let me see what this looks like, this pop of color. Yeah, that pop of color is still working with these tones. You see what I'm saying? Like, these pops of color still go. So yeah, I think we made the right decision with those pops of colors. Oh baby, we are going. I am happy so far. Okay, we still have a lot to go, but still. All right, let's look at these mattes together. Wait, let me see this shimmer shade. Do we need this one? This is the warm color one. I feel like we should keep this one because this one you can use in like an everyday look. Maybe we can get rid of this bronze because we don't need this one, right? Yeah, I feel like, yeah, we don't need this one. I'll get rid of that one, but I like this for an everyday look. And then let's see this purple, because this is still a duochrome, right? Did we decide we're keeping that one? Yeah, because I want to keep it with the purple. Let me see the purpley, pinky, mauvey tones. Let's see. Yeah, because that works there. And then what about this? Okay, so these are the two like lighter tones in the palette that we can use for blending and crease work. That's purple and that's more gray toned. But isn't this, let's see, isn't this a similar shade too? Yeah, this is like a, okay, so this would be our blend and transition shade. That works great on my skin tone. And then, all right, let's look at these. This is the beautiful gray tone that I want to keep, and then this one. All right, so we can choose between these two. Do we want to keep the more greeny tone, or do we want to keep the more browny tone? All right, because this one, okay, let's keep those two, get rid of that. We're actually really doing well, I feel like. So let's look at these gray tones. Because remember, we swatched these already. Like, this one is the cooler tone, the neutral tone, and then the purpley tone, right? Okay. But then what about this darker shade? Do we need this one anymore? It does look great, right? All right, let me see this shade as well. So this shade up against all of those. So I feel like this purpley gray, I can skip this one and keep this one with those other two, and then keep this dark shade as well. All right, let's see now. What do we have? We have this gray. Do we need that gray anymore? That's a lighter gray. So should we use this gray? And what else? Yeah, we should keep that blue tone gray. Let's look at this purpley mauvey tone though. Do we need that and this? Because we have this lighter tone that we were gonna use for blending. Okay, so I feel like I should choose between these two then. So this one or this one. I feel like this is gonna be more ashy, so we're gonna get rid of that. Alright guys, so we are down to 24 shades, which we have 4 rows of 6, and I'm kind of happy with this right now. I am really happy with this. Let me lay it out in a magnetic palette and see how I feel. I don't know, like it's not singing to me personally, so I'm gonna reorganize it some more and try to do something that looks eye-catching, like it's just gonna just pop out and make you want to pick this up. So all right, let's Alright, so I think we have it, guys. This is my version of a gray tone palette. I don't know, what do you guys think? I really like it because if you cover up the pop of color, so if I take the pop of colors out, you have a very grayish, understated, gray tone silver, smoky palette, right? That you can get everyday looks from. And then you add these 2 pops of color, it makes it more interesting, but it doesn't overwhelm the palette, right? And like I feel like everything flows. I don't know, like I'm happy with this. And the foil shade, I was thinking about including this guy to round it out, like to have a palette of 25. But then I'm looking at it, I'm like, it doesn't really go anymore. So I'm really happy with this palette, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do swatches so you can see all the colors together, and I'm gonna swatch them in this order, and then I'm gonna swatch them in color family so you can see like different quads that go together. I'm so excited. I'm so flipping excited about this. Let's go ahead and jump into the shade selection and the reasoning behind it. For the matte white shade, we chose the shade Zen, and that one is from Cozzette. I picked up a matte white shade because I just feel like a matte white fits in with the theme of this palette, and it's just gonna work well to lighten up other shades in the palette. And you can also use it for an inner tear duct highlight, or you can even pop it right under the arch of the brow for a brow highlight. And I think that's gonna work well with the other shades again to lighten them up. Then we have the shade Leggings from Give Me Glow. It's the matte black. I'm gonna swatch them out of order because I want to show you how they flow together. So the matte black again just works with the overall theme of the palette, and you need a matte black in this theme to blend in with other shades, to darken them up, to add a smoky effect to any look. So you can use this for a nighttime look, you can use it on the lower lash line, you can use it on the upper lash line. But here's the thing about choosing the matte black with the white. You can blend them together to create your own gray shade. So I think just overall with the theme, you need that matte black and white. Then I have a matte blending crease shade. This one is from Nabla Cosmetics. It's the shade Unearthed. And this is a beautiful blending shade for my skin tone. As you can see, it's a taupey tan shade with that gray undertone. And this I feel is gonna work great with the grays that we have, like the other matte grays. It can work as a transition shade and it will help to blend out colors in the crease. I also picked another beige shade. This is from Give Me Glow. It's from their Money Moves Quad, and this one also has a gray undertone, but it's more on the beige side. So again, I can use this all over the lid as like a lift-in brightening shade, and then just use a shade in the crease and blend it out. But I feel like this shade is a beautiful shade for the inner tear duct and for all over the lid, and it gives me a little bit of wiggle room because I can lighten up a color. If I don't want to use the white, I can use this to lighten up other colors as well. Then we have another shade from Give Me Glow. This is the shade Cute in Khakis, and this one is a interesting shade. It's a matte, almost like a tan brown with gray and olive undertones. It's such an interesting color, and I feel like it just goes with the gray theme of the palette, and that guy is gonna work great again in the crease as a transition color. You can use it on the outer V, you can use it all over the lid as a one and done shade, and I love that. That's gonna go with like the warmer greeny tones in the palette. And since we're talking about like the greeny tones in the palette, let's grab this shade, which is another matte. It's the shade Syncope from Lethal Cosmetics. So this one is a deeper tan shade with that gray undertone. Again, it has that hint of olive undertone, and this is gonna work great again on the outer V. You can use it to deepen up a look. You can use it all over for like a smoky daytime look. It's a beautiful shade and it blends out well, and it's gonna work great again with that more greeny tone in the Cute in Khaki shade. Then we have another dark matte shade. So this one again is from the Money Moves Quad from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This one is a beautiful deep gray shade with a hint of olivey undertone. You see that it's more on the warm tone gray side. That's gonna work well. You see how it blends in with that Lethal Cosmetics shade? That's gonna work well to deepen up the crease, but it can also go with the Cute in Khakis. And it can also go with the crease shade that I had already chosen. Let's grab another one of the mattes. This is the shade Numb from Lethal Cosmetics. It's a medium tone matte gray shade, but this one has more of a cool undertone, so it looks a little bit more blue. You can see how this one looks more green now, almost neutral, and this one looks a lot more blue, but it's still a gray shade. And you can see it's working well with the lighter beige shade, and it can work well with this shade as well to kind of blend in the crease to give you a gradient. But we're going to use the shade more with the cool tone shimmer shades that we chose. Then here's the other dark tone gray. This is Space Dust from Give Me Glow Cosmetics again. This one is more on the neutral gray side. So you have a greeny olive tone gray, a blue tone gray, like cool tone gray, and then a more neutral one. So that one is in the middle. And I love this shade. This one is gonna work great with any of these colors now because it's more on the neutral side, and you can use that to darken up the crease. You can use this all over the lid as like an interesting smoky color. Oh my god, that would be great. And then the next deep matte shade in the palette is 306 from Inglot. But this one is a dark tone purple, so this is gonna work with colorful looks. And I wanted to have a color that would work with other shades in the palette. So you see this shade can go with this blend-in shade because it has that purple hint. When you put that next to it, you see the purple kind of jump out. I love that. And then you can mix that in also with this gray to add like a deepening effect, or put that on the lower lash line. I love how all of these are working together. And then from Nabla, we have Chiaroscuro, however you pronounce that. This is another gray tone shade, but that has more of a purple undertone. You see how those two go together beautifully, right? We can probably like swap out these two. We don't need both. But this one I feel like has a little bit more purple than this one that's more olive. So that would go with the greener tones. This will go with the more purple cool tones. And then here we have Gossip Girl from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This one is more of a mauve tone shade, and I included this shade so we can use it with the different purple tones, and it will go with the cooler tone grays as well. So you see it's just all vibing together, and I love the selection of mattes so far. They're just like really stunning to me. And then we have one of the colorful mattes. This is also from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This is the shade Blackened Plum 2.0. So that's going to give us a bright pop of color, and you can mix it in again with these more mauve tones, and they work really well. And you can use this as a pop of color on the lower lash line, or you can put it on the outer V. that would work really beautifully. And then here's one of the lighter tone colorful shades. This one is Trust Fund from Give Me Glow. Again, it's gonna roll in with the more cool tone purpley shades in the palette. I really love that color, and that's gonna balance out the look. So we have lighter tone mattes, we have medium tone mattes, and then we have deeper mattes with a pop of color as well. And then the last colorful shade is Petrichor from Lethal Cosmetics. This one is the matte bold teal shade. And this one, if you see it up against the purples, you see how it just gives that pop of color. You can also use it with the greens. You can also blend it in with the grays. It's just that beautiful pop that it's unexpected. You're like, where do I use this? But it just works because it offsets all these shades. It would work great with the greens. So let me show you up against the greens. So you see it blends in there really beautifully. It can work great with the grays as well. It just blends in nicely. You can use it on the lower lash line. It's just a beautiful tone. So here are the mattes in the palette, and I feel like all of them just have their place. They serve their purpose, and it's just a great selection all around. All right, now for the shimmer shades. So the first one we have up is Iceberg Blue from Makeup Forever. It's ME202. This one is that beautiful light blue, but it's a shimmery metallic with a hint of like a silvery undertone. That one is so gorgeous. It can work as an inner tear duct highlight, use all over the lid, use just a pop under the brow. This is gonna be our substitute for a true silver foiled shade in the palette. Then of course we have the shimmery white, which is Icicle from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I couldn't do without this shade. It's a bright icy white. It's a true white, so there's no yellow, gold, or pink to it. It's just white. And this one is gonna be a substitute as well for that silver. You can use this for a halo eye. You can pop it on the middle of the lid. You can pop it on the inner tear duct as well as that blue shade. Oh my God, so pretty. So then we chose a shimmery topper shade, and this is Mica from Cozzette. It's a sheer shimmery icy white. So this one, even though it's still an icy white, you can use this for different purposes than the Icicle shade, because you can use this on a halo eye again, but you can pop it over any shade. You can make a matte shade into a more shimmery shade. You can pop this over any of the other silvery like gunmetal shades to lighten it up. This is gonna be a great shade for transforming the other shimmers in the palette, and you can also transform the matte. Then we have the shade 454 from Inglot. This one is gonna be our subtle lid shade for just simple looks. This one is so beautiful. It's a really great, almost satin type light gray. It has a hint of shimmer to it, but it's not too frosty, so it's not gonna come off like a silver, and you can pop this all over the lid. You can use it as an inner tear duct highlight. You can use it for that halo eye. I love that color up against the other shades that we chose. Then we have the shade Herkimer from Cozzette. This is gonna be our silver steel shade. So this is a beautiful silver. It's very metallic, it's very smooth. It has a hint of warmth to it and a hint of blue. So it can lean either way depending on what you pair it with. That is beautiful. I love that silver tone, and that's gonna give us a deeper silver, so it's not gonna be too stark and anybody can wear that color. Then we have another silver shade from Makeup Forever. This is the shade I-112 Chrome. This one is so interesting. It's like a periwinkle gray shade because it has a hint of lavender purple, like it's cool tone, right? That's gonna work great with those cool tone looks. Pull it together with those matte grays. This is so great for all over the lid, halo eyes. This is gonna be so gorgeous. Then we have another Inglot shade. This is 451. This is gonna be our dark silver shade. That is a gorgeous dark gunmetal silver. It's a steel shade. It has a hint of purple to it. So again, this is gonna work great with the cooler looks that we go with. It pairs well with that lighter silver too. You see how they go together? And then you can darken up the crease even with the purple. And I'll show you the combination so you'll see the different combinations that you can make with these shades. And here we have the deepest satin shade in the palette. This is S102 Onyx from Makeup Forever. It's a satin black shade. So it's not gonna be as stark as the matte black, and you can still use it to darken up colors because it's not a metallic shade. So it's not going to give you a shimmer, but it has a little bit of sheen to it. So you can use it all over the lid for a smoky look if you want to go bold and intense, and then use the matte black to darken up the edges. And you can use it to darken up other silvery looks as well because it isn't too stark. It's not as strong as the matte black. And then our duochrome shade from Nabla. This is the shade Interference. I love this shade because it's a lighter gray tone with a purple reflect to it. It's purpley pink, so it looks so beautiful. You can use this all over the lid. You can use it as an inner tear duct highlight. You can use it for the halo eye. It's just so stunning. Oh, I love that color, and it just accentuates the other shades in the palette, but it can still stand alone. So I just love having it in the palette. And I'll show you what the colors will look like if you top them with the mica shade. So you see how we lightened up that gray silver shade? Look how it's gonna transform this black. So you can make the black into a silvery black. Isn't that pretty? So this mica shade is gonna come in really handy to lighten up other colors. So you can make the lightest silver that we have a little bit lighter if you choose. It's just gonna work great on the other colors in this palette. So for this combo, we're gonna pair Interference with Trust Fund, and then we're gonna deepen up the crease with Gossip Girl. And these shades are gonna blend beautifully together, as you can see. That's a stunning combo. And then you can pop a little bit of Blackened Plum 2.0 on the lower lash line or even in the outer crease. Beautiful. All right, let's do a silver eye. So we're gonna pair Iceberg Blue, which is the light blue, and we're gonna pop Chrome, which is that blue tone gray, and then we're gonna darken up the crease with Numb, which is a matte gray. Beautiful so far. And then to add even more depth, you can go in with a bit of Space Dust. So that's like a beautiful classic silver smoky eye. Then another silver look is Herkimer, which is the more bold silver, with 451, which is from Inglot, that darker steel gray. And then we darken that up with Leggings in the outer crease. So blend them all together. You'll get a beautiful darker silver gray look. Then we have a green look. So we're gonna go with Kute In Khakis, which is the matte, more olive tone tan. Then we're gonna darken that up a bit with Syncope, which is that more green tone tan shade with the gray undertones. Then to add even more depth, you can go in with the Money Move shade, which is a darker gray, but it has that green as well. Then if you really want to get sassy with it, we can go in with 454 from Inglot to give that sparkly effect on the center of the lid, or you can use that on the inner lid. Let's get the colorful shades involved. So I'm going in with 454 again from Inglot, right? That's gonna be on the lid. Then I'm gonna pop the beautiful teal shade. We'll deepen it up with a little bit of the black. I wanna go in with Chrome again, which is that purpley toned silver. We're gonna mix that in with Blackened Plum. That's stunning. And then deepen it up with Leggings. Again, another beautiful combo. Then let's finish up with something colorful again. So we're gonna use the white. We haven't used the white yet. We're gonna go in with Kute In Khakis, and then we're gonna go in with the teal shade again. And that is really sexy. And then on the lower lash line, you can grab the purple, right? Just to give that pop of color. You can also just use like a silver gray. So you can use that shade on the lower lash line, or you can use the Money Moves darker green, which would go better with those shades. So there are a lot of combos here, and I'm just loving this selection. This was so much fun to create. All right, guys, what do you think? What do you think? Come on, tell me what you think. I had so much fun with this idea. I had so much fun going through my singles and creating my own color story. The hardest part for me was whittling down the number of shades. Like, I could have just kept adding shades, like mix it in, but I was like, no, you have to limit yourself. And I got it down as much as I wanted to. I could have probably condensed it some more, but I was happy with the selection that I made, and it was so much fun. Oh my god, let me know what you guys think about doing videos like this based off other collections and other themes from other palettes that we see on the market, and I'll give my own spin on it. Like, what would I have done? How would I have created it? And I'll create it from the singles that I have available, so that if you guys are interested in a specific shade, maybe you even picked out like a quad that you're interested in and you can just grab those shades, they would be available for you to purchase. So let me know what you think about the idea. But if you guys don't like it, I still had a lot of fun creating it. And I even went ahead and created a second palette. So you'll see a second video similar to this coming up. And then if you guys want me to continue doing these, just let me know. Thumbs up the video, leave a comment, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I'll just go mind my own business and go sit in a corner, you know, and do this by myself. But if you want to see it, then I will definitely create it for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and leave links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.